yourself with a smile and let it sink in for a while. Now slip through the crack. There's no need to hurry back. At ease and at peace you're flowing, though there's nowhere you are going home. You've never left it home, though you sometimes forget it. Safe and secure at one with love, all that you've ever wanted. Home, you never left it home, though you sometimes forget it. Sometimes forget it. Safe and secure at one with love, all that you've ever wanted. Home, you never left it home, though we sometimes forget it. Home, no, you've never left it home, though you sometimes forget him. Mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, there's far too many of you dying. You know that we've got to find a way, yeah, to bring some understanding here today. Instead of picket sign and picket line, don't punish me with brutality. Just talk to me so we can see what's going on. Oh, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. Ooh, what's going on? Father, we don't need to escalate. No, war is not the answer. Only love can conquer hate. You know that we've got to find a way, yeah, to bring some love in here today, yeah. Oh, mother, everybody thinks we're wrong. Oh, but who are they to judge us simply 'cause our hair is long? Oh, we have got to find a way to bring more understanding here today. instead of picket signs, brother, picket lines, brother, and punish me with brutality. Just talk to me so we can see what's going on. Tell me what's going on. Whoa, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. Thank you. Marvin Gaye.
Morning, Unity of Palm Harbor. So nice to see you. Oh, what a day we have planned for you. It is so exciting. I can hardly wait. Reverend Tracey's missing it because she is taking a little short weekend holiday this weekend, taking her daughter down to the Everglades, I believe, to do an airboat ride. Lived in Florida all my life and still haven't done it. I guess I'll have to get on the ball. Well, our wonderful guests this morning, I'm going to introduce them now, and then they'll be up in a few minutes. And by the way, concert tickets are still available in the bookstore, and they're $20 each. So I know that as soon as you hear their music and their message, that you will be ready to grab a ticket. So Bob Sima, he's a musician, a mystic, a teacher. He is to music what Wayne Dyer and Eckhart Tolle are to books, and what Rumi is to poetry. He's a troubadour, a guide, and a musical mystic, offering the soundtrack to your inner work. His superpower is an unbridled desire to articulate a path of awakening to the heart of humanity through his songs. He's a songwriter, not intent on entertainment, but he is entertaining. He accomplishes in a 4-minute talk what a skilled orator creates in an hour-long speech. I can't think of any speech that's an hour long that I'd want to listen to anyway. And his songs gently hold your hand. They infiltrate your old ways of thinking, and like a guide that you did not invite, you would never ask to leave. The songs ask nothing of you, and yet you cannot avoid acting on the emotions that they create within you. This music is not for the passive listener. Thanks, Bob. Now, Shannon. Shannon Plummer is a shamanic practitioner, coach, singer, and speaker. She weaves the ancient energy work of the shaman with the modern skills of the board-certified coach into a cohesive approach for those seeking a catalyst for their healing and personal growth. In Shannon's voice, we hear these words. You have sought a safe space to share that drone of internal confusion with someone who genuinely wants to hear its voice, who helps clarify its message, who commits to its resolution and holds you accountable to live beyond its reach. This is where Shannon comes in. And so in a few moments, they will be up here entertaining and exciting us with their music. So let's not wait any longer. Come on up.
Thank you. That was, can you just read our bio every time? That was just perfect. She's a treasure. And we just met you this morning, so thank you. So good to be with you. I don't think you have any idea how grateful we are to be here, because we haven't been in front of a live audience in, 14 months. So, can you move a little bit? Just, can you come off of mute, please? So we're from a live group. Well, anyway, that's just taking this moment in right now. I'm just so grateful. And so I went up to Reverend Marilyn. I said, is this supposed to be 2 songs or 1 at the beginning? And she says, I don't know, you choose. So we're going to just do a little lively thing to get you started. Everybody can come off mute and clap along, like we're still on Zoom. And then we'll do another song called I Am, which I believe will tie into last week. How many of you were here last week? Okay, most of you. All right, good. This is a song called Good Words, Good Thoughts, Good Deeds that I gleaned from the Zoroastrian tradition. Any Zoroaster fans in the house? Yeah, 1. Okay, good. That's more than we usually get, so.
Good
Thank you, guys. All right, we're gonna get along just great. We can feel it already. So we heard that there was this "I Am" song that you did last week. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And we were talking to Rory about it. So whenever we get to a place, we always we inquire, what's going on around this place? And it sounded like that song really made a difference in everyone's life. It sounded like people were really uplifted by it. So, Shannon's talk today, what's it called?
It's all about me.
Isn't that perfect? The I am that I am. So we're going to do this song called I Am, which was inspired by a good friend of ours who's an Aramaic mystic and teacher. And if you're familiar with the Aramaic language, the language that Yeshua spoke, you realize there's such a deeper meaning underneath of all the language, all the words in the Bible. What's the I behind the I am? And who's the me behind the I through which I see? Am I the watcher, or is there something else that's wanting to be seen through me? See, I've accumulated all these things. They're artifacts, possessions, names. They try to tell the tale of me, but I am holding on to thinking there's a little bit more to the story. Well, I know I'm not the name you say, the things I own, the roles I play. I know there's something breathing me. If you take away my name and you take away these things, you're left with only awesomeness, the essence that I came here with, the everything, yeah. The I am. My convictions are strong and clear, but I admit to listening to these whispers in my ear. You might call me crazy, but you know you do it too, 'cause you know that there's a voice behind the voice in you. Well, I know I'm not the name you say, the things I own, the characters I play. I know there's something breathing me. If you take away my name and you take away these things, you're left with only awesomeness, the essence that I came here with, the everything, the I am. The I am. Well, I know I'm not the moon that my fingers pointing to, and I know that I'm not separate from any one of you. It's an elementary game, an energy exchange. It's a rage in a river. It's life's grand giver of everything. That I am life's expression, soul-bound connection, pure reflection of all that is divine. And I am the muse, and I am imbued with a golden hue of light, just like you. Well, I know I'm of, it's what I'm of. I am above, I am below, this much I know. And it's weaving in you, breathing in me, this ever-present everything I am. And it's weaving in you, breathing in me, this ever-present everything I am. Well, I am, you are, we be. I am, you are, we be. Doesn't that sound like a sing-along? I am, you are, we be. Singing to someone else. I am, you are, we be. Come on, find somebody else. Come on, let's do this thing. I am, you are, we be. There is no separation here. I am, you are, we be. Send it out to the rest of the state of Florida. I am, you are, we be. The East Coast. I am, you are, we be. Oh, United States, come on. I am, you are, we be. Come on, all the planet Earth. I am, you are, we be. Just sing it to yourself. I am, you are, we be. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, our beautiful flowers this morning were arranged by Judith Overcash. And just a couple of announcements. First, I want to tell you about the garden group. They're meeting the 4th Saturday of the month. It will be from 8 o'clock to about noon, so anytime in there you want to come in and put an hour or 2 or 4 into the garden, that would be fantastic, and they will provide water for you that day. Also, Deanna Gray is coming at the end of May to do her yoga once a month, and there are flyers in the foyer. The gong is in the back, but I know that Greg is getting warmed up for that wonderful breath work that he's going to be starting in June, so look forward to that. Reverend Tracey's new class called Speak Your Truth, using Brene Brown's book. That's tough. Braving the Wilderness starts this Monday on Zoom, and then Wednesday it will be here in the sanctuary. It's a 4-week class. Books are in the bookstore. Sign up is in the foyer. And also, just a reminder about the concert this afternoon at 1. So, as we said, tickets are in the bookstore. And our chaplain today is Emily Gwynn. After service, she will be up front here to pray with you, and we look forward to all of that. And right now, our daily word reader, Judith Overcash, is coming up. And when Judith is done, Bob and Shannon will carry the day.
Thank you. And I think the flowers are still available. I didn't see a name in the box on the calendar, so if you want them to be yours, run to the bookstore after service. Today's word for the day is strength. And it has a quote from a one of the first poems I taught myself as an adult. You know, we don't do much memorizing as adults, but there was a poem called Prayer of Faith, and it's quoted in this piece about strength. So I invite you to just breathe in and remove any things from your lap and just relax into this space. Strength for Sunday, May 16th. Divine strength invigorates my body and quickens my mind. Divine strength invigorates my body and quickens my mind. If I feel my energy waning during a time of vigorous physical activities and mental activities, if my mind gets up and goes, then I've got to remember inspiring words. These words from Hannah Moore Cohouse, from her Prayer of Faith, these words, God is my strength, unfailing quick. The strength of God is my strength, and it's more than sufficient to meet every need. More than toughness or forcefulness, spiritual strength is quiet fortitude. Quiet fortitude. It's a rootedness in the inexhaustible wellspring of the divine. Today, I release all thought of weakness or impossibility. I feel the power of divine strength flowing through me, invigorating my body, and bringing renewed clarity to my thoughts. The strength of God is my strength. And from the book of Corinthians, these cheerful words, for God's foolishness is wiser than any human wisdom, and God's weakness is stronger than any human strength. Divine strength invigorates my body and quickens my mind. Hold that as we move forward, and so it is. Amen.
Good morning. As Bob mentioned, it is so lovely to be in front of you and feeling your presence and feeling your hearts. And what a beautiful property, what a beautiful community you have here. And thank you for welcoming us in. So today's talk is called It's All About Me. And I want to share with you a little excerpt from The 5 Levels of Attachment by Don Miguel Ruiz. I used to think that the world's greatest masters of every tradition were the best examples of the authentic self. But now I realize that everyone I know and see is a personification of the authentic self. We are all creating, producing, learning, engaging, and loving life. We are all the personification of life. We are always the authentic self. We simply make the choice to see it in ourselves and others. There is a moment when the authentic self becomes no longer an abstract term, but an experience. I believe we all experience such a moment. It's the moment when judgment stops and pure harmony takes over. The authentic self is the harmony of mind, body, and soul as the expression of life. To tell the story of the authentic self is to tell the story of life, regardless of where humanity may be in the form of an individual's awareness. When we reside at this level, we have the freedom to choose how we want to engage the dream of the planet. The awareness that we are the living being that gives life to our beliefs and to our knowledge lets us choose with complete freedom where we want to place our intent and create, for as long as we choose to engage it by our agreement. Our will is set with the full awareness of our intent. Knowledge is alive in our minds precisely because we are alive. And that knowledge is the tool by which we can communicate with the rest of the world.
It's another day under the same sun. It's another day to lean in and claim some. It's another day to be bold, brave, and unafraid. It's another chance to change direction, move the arrow with course correction, be an instrument, be the changer, move out of the way. And if your glass is half empty, then fill it. If it's overflowing, then spill it over the mouths that thirst and the souls that hurt. Spill it, spill it, spill it, 'cause we need your heart. We need it open wide. We need your brilliantly beaming, glowing, and knowing the goodness from inside. We need your beautiful smile, and we need it right now. 'Cause you're the light of the world, the light of this world. And it's time you figured it out. It's time, it's time. It's time. It's time, it's time, it's time. Yeah, you're the answer, it's perfect timing. And there ain't no use in hiding. This blinding, shining diamond you've been disguising. You're the universe in a static motion. You're the elixir, the magic potion. For a world that cries for what's behind your eyes. So if your glass is half empty, then fill it. If it's overflowing, then spill it over the mouths that thirst and the souls that hurt. Spill it, spill it, spill it, 'cause we need your heart. We need it open wide. We need your brilliantly beaming, glowing, and knowing the goodness from inside. We need your beautiful smile, and we need it right now. 'Cause you're the light of the world, the light of this world. And it's time you figured it out. It's time, it's time. It's time. It's time, it's time, it's time, it's time, it's time. Be true to be the beautiful you, to let your soul smile through your eyes. Because you're one little light can light 10,000 more. Together we will, together we will. It's time, it's time, it's time, it's time. Yeah, there's a celebration in the streets. Brothers and sisters, they finally meet. All these orphans under the same sun, same sky. And there's a glow on the horizon. Shiva calling, Shakti rising. There are so many signs, so many signs. Signs, 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 and we need your heart. We need it open wide. We need your brilliantly beaming, glowing, and knowing the goodness from inside. We need your beautiful smile, and we need it right now. 'Cause you're the light of the world, the light of the world. And it's time you figured it out. It's time, it's time. It's time. It's time, it's time. It's time, it's time. It's time.
So how many of you feel like it's time? It is absolutely time, right? And it's time for you. Not some version of you that someone else created or someone else influenced. It's time for you to influence you. Not only to influence you, but to know you, to own you, and all that you're creating, producing, learning, engaging, and loving, as Don Miguel Ruiz wrote. To continue what he stated, we are all the personification of life. We are always the authentic self. We simply make the choice to see it in ourselves and others. We simply make the choice to see it. So the question is, do you make a habit of seeing the personification of the divine in yourself, in others? Do you take the time to become so intimately associated with living your authentic self that you can identify the divine connection between yourself without and yourself within? I believe for most of us, it's often easier to build up someone else's gifts and brag about someone else. But it's time to brag about you. It's time to put yourself in the spotlight. It's time to fully express the you that you came here to be. It's all about you. And Ralph Waldo Emerson said, to believe your own thought, to believe that what is true for you in your private heart is true for all men, that is genius. Father Richard Rohr is quoted as saying, we do not think ourselves into new ways of being, we live ourselves into new ways of thinking. Did you get that? We do not think ourselves into new ways of being. We live ourselves into new ways of thinking. So it's time to change our living. And the new wisdom to live by is to open our eyes to every potential and every possibility that we can be, and to live our life from that place of being. Because once we live from there, our old thoughts and patterns are overwritten with a fresh, new reality. The old sob story that we don't have anything to present to this world, it all goes out the window because we're living like we have something to offer. We actually do have something to share that will allow us to live our authentic self and bring into consciousness our own gift to the collective dream of the planet. I love that phrase, the dream of the planet. Sink that into your consciousness, the dream of the planet. We're one character in the collective. We are not here as individuals, but as individualized expressions of that dream. So if there is some greater story within which we are writing our own chapter, we better darn well have some juiciness to offer that chapter. Right? That chapter has to be all about you. Not just, the little you over here, but all that juicy you of that authentic self. We spend much time trying to influence and write and sometimes even erase experiences in someone else's chapter for them, right? But we forget that we have a pen in our own hand. And that pen is waiting for our authentic self to step up with a confident attitude. Not as some egoic expression or regurgitation of someone else's thoughts, but as a uniquely strong presence of life. If you remember, the daily word is strength. Some mystics have described this presence as closer to me than I am to myself. Closer to me than I am to myself. So it's all about you. It's all about what you bring, what you share, what you choose, what you are to others. Isn't it true that nobody can live your life with more love, more passion, more consciousness, more credence than you yourself? When that person shows up, that's when we can fully communicate and commune with the rest of the world. That's when we can be of service to someone other than ourselves. and when we become the creators of our own grand design. Dr. Royo May was an existential psychologist who was credited with stating, "If you do not listen to your own original ideas," I'm going to repeat that. If you do not listen to your own original ideas, if you do not listen to your own being, you will have betrayed yourself. Also, you will have betrayed our community in failing to make your contribution to the whole. So, I want to invite you into a meditation. Simply finding a comfortable position, whatever that comfortable position is for you. Receiving a breath, the gift that is animating you, the authentic self, the grand design that you are and that you offer to the world. Simply allow that breath to activate every cell in your being. Push it through your physical body. And recognize its potency. Recognize its potential. And simply listen to the lyrics of this song and bring these lyrics right into your heart as the meditation. Allow the lyrics to guide you to the messages that you need to receive, the imagery that you need to see, and the authentic self that you are.
This chance that you took, it means the world to me. The spark that you lit, it feels so warm to me. Have you ever wondered where we'd be if you never let it? This place that I made, not the same without you here. The birds and the trees, they're calling out for you, my dear. Have you ever wondered where we'd be if you didn't listen? In the grand design in my eyes, I never saw it different, never saw it different. When the day arrives, you can't deny, you can only hope to remember that the face that you see when you wake, it's the face of everything. The breath that you breathe, it's breathing everything. Have you ever wondered where we'd be if you didn't breathe it? a new world came alive in your eyes, a brand new everything. In the grand design, in my eyes, I never saw it different, never saw it different. When the day arrives, you can't deny, you can only hope to remember. When your eyes open wide, it stirred a deep part of me. A new world came alive, a brand new everything.
So as we stay in that contemplative space, we recognize the everything. We recognize the brand new within us, asking to be written. What is your authentic self asking of you? What is your authentic self screaming for you to be, to say, to do, to think? What is your authentic self wanting you to create, to produce, to share, to live? It is all about you, and it's time to create that grand design. I invite you to get in touch with your breath, receive a breath, and exhale. And on the next inhale, I invite you to make a promise to yourself. Inhale and say these words in your mind. I promise myself to live my life. And when you exhale, all about me. I promise to live my life, all about me. And as you are ready, I invite you to receive a breath. Feel the chair beneath you. Find your way back to the room. Did you seal the deal? That agreement, that sealing of the deal, that recognition and awareness, that promise that you made, whatever that is, whatever it looks like, whatever it sounds like, that is the grand design that Bob sang about. That song, to me, personally, is a reminder of the lullaby that the all that is wants to sing to us. That is the grand design that creative force wants for you. That grand design is you. That divine creator is you. So if each individual expression of that creation is living a life that's all about me, then the collective consciousness is unified. That's when we're in complete service, not to humanity, but to the higher order of creation that brought us all into this human beingness. That's when the grand design is realized. When every glance becomes familiar, every smile is reciprocated, every laugh is shared, every joy is celebrated, and every person is in service to show up and live their authentic self in a world that works for everyone. That is the grand design. It can still be all about me. Within the collective, we have to show up as our own individualized expression, or the collective dream can't exist. JFK once said, "Conformity is the jailer of freedom and the enemy of growth." I'm going to repeat that. Conformity is the jailer of freedom and the enemy of growth. To be able to choose with complete freedom where we want to place our intent and create, as Don Miguel Ruiz suggests, there's no time for conformity. There's only a requirement to bring our own unique, authentic self to the table and live that authentic self unapologetically. As we begin to express our individualized gifts and we surrender into the higher service of the all that is, our dream is manifest as part of that dream of the planet. Our story is being written. Ronald Reagan said, "There are no great limits to growth because there are no limits of human intelligence, imagination, and wonder." Our stories can be created with intelligence, with imagination, and with wonder. Our growth potential is limitless and our possibilities are endless. But we can't stop after our story is written. Really? Come on. We can't stop there. We have to tell it. We have to share it. We have to continue creating it. We have to find the excitement to actually live it. That's when our service is radicalized to a higher dimension and the dream of the planet is solidified. That's when we heal ourselves. That's when we support the healing of others. That's when our service to the divine becomes service to humanity. Your authentic self, your music, find it, own it, unapologetically. Your story, your grand design. Write it, share it, speak it, serve it, live it. Make it all about you so we can each do our part to collectively realize the dream of the planet, because it is all about you.
Won't you sing us all your songs? Sing us all your songs. Sing us all your songs that you know. Won't you sing us all your songs? Sing us all your songs. You gotta sing us all your songs before you go. Don't die with your music, your sweet, sweet music. Don't die with your music. You gotta leave it all behind.
Leave it all behind. Leave it all behind for the others coming along.
You gotta leave it all behind. Leave it all behind. You gotta
Leave it all behind, 'cause we want to hear your song.
Don't die get up on your feet for this one? What do you think? Don't die with your music, your sweet, sweet music.
Don't die with your music in you.
You like that hand clap? Come on, let's do that too. You gotta tell us what you know.
Tell us what you see. Tell us how it is or how it used to be.
You gotta tell us something good. Tell us something good. You gotta
Tell us something good, 'cause that's just what we need.
Don't die with your music, your sweet, sweet music.
Don't die with your music in you.
Don't die with your music, your sweet, sweet music.
Don't die with your music in you.
Well, we're gonna sing along, and we're gonna clap our hands. Our hearts will be dancing, just like you never know. Well, if you think you got it going on, then let it out. Well, if you think you got it going on, then pour it out. Pour it on and let it out.
Pour it on and let it out.
Pour it on, let it out. Jump up in that hand and
Woo!
out. Pour it on and let it out. Pour it on and let it out. Well,
You're gonna feel much better. Pour it on and let it out.
don't die with your music, your sweet, sweet music.
Don't die with your music in you.
Don't die with your music, your sweet, sweet music.
Don't die with your music in you.
All right, let's get a little church going. Well, this little light of mine.
I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Well, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Don't die with your music, your sweet, sweet music.
Don't die with your music in you.
Don't die with your music, your sweet, sweet music.
Don't die with your music in you.
Don't die.
With your music in you.
Shannon Palmer, y'all. The queen. Thank you all so much.
And thank you two so much. That was fantastic. Lived up to every word I said about you. Thank you. All righty. Well, our offertory this morning, for those who are on our airwaves, we invite you to our webpage, unityofpalmharbor.org. Please make a donation, or, of course, you can always call our office and talk to Luann. We're happy to accept checks and cash. She can get you set up with your own consistent giving program. And, of course, those of you who are alive here today, our blue bags are back by the door, so please drop in your check, your cash, not your firstborn, but everything that you have for Unity of Palm Harbor, we appreciate. And so our offertory blessing this morning is: divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Together now, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And we are so appreciative. Thank you, God, for all of our blessings. So I'm going to invite you now to stand. We are going to do the...
That's fine. I don't care.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, right. Then at the end, at the closing, we will stand and do the peace song, all right? Thank you.
You can still stand if you want to, but I wouldn't. Sometimes we get distracted with what we think is going on, wandering without directions, far away from home. But it's within us all. If we only stop and listen, the perfect guidance system to bring us back to home. Choose love, and doors will open. Choose love, and we will find our way. Choose love, it's all that you've been hoping for, everything we want and more at our command. Choose love. Sounds simple, and it is. It was never really hidden. Right before our eyes, as clear as blue skies. Choose love, and doors will open. Choose love, and we will find our way. Choose love, it's all that you've been hoping for, everything we want and more at our command. Choose love. Let go of being right. Decide to be happy. Soon it becomes clear, the only choice is love or fear. Choose love, choose love, choose love, and doors will open. Choose love, and we will find our way. Choose love, it's all that we've been hoping for, everything we want and more at our command. Choose love. We never get it done. We always have to choose the darkness or the light, being kind or being right. So choose love, and doors will open. Choose love, and we will find our way. Choose love, it's all that we've been hoping for, everything we want and more at our command. Choose love.
Thank you, Terrell, and thank you for your opening song. I forgot to thank you because that's one of my favorites. All righty, so we're going to have a closing song by Bob and Shannon. And do we have the prayer for protection, the slide? All right, so we'll put that up, and I'm going to invite you guys to stand up for that. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. So it is. All right.
Well, thank you all again for having us, and we're really hoping that we'll see you for our 4-hour concert later today. No, I'm just kidding. You know we're not going to play for 4 hours.
Don't put it past him.
We do lock the doors so nobody can leave. But no, we are just excited to be here. We drove here from the other side of Florida. So we're from Cocoa area, Cocoa Beach. And we are originally from D.C., so we moved down here about a year ago. And I think we're pretty happy with that decision.
Never looked back.
Never looked back. Never looked back up there. But anyway, it's just been an honor to be here, pleasure. Just want to acknowledge Shannon again for that beautiful talk. And of course, all the beautiful harmonies. And I was just trying to think of a song to maybe tie it all together. And I was just thinking about, like, when you create your music, it's about giving. It's about what you give. There's an old saying, there's leavers and takers in the world. There's people that leave and there's people that take. And this is a song about the leavers, and it's trying to put not a price tag, but just some kind of quantity or number on what your life was about at the end of it. So it's called The Measure. Tell me what is the measure of a life well done? And tell me how do you count an uncountable sum? A collection of your minutes, your hours and your days, the number of heartbeats, breaths, and the lines on your face. It's a nebulous affair, pulling value from the air. Was it your good taste, your good name, your everlasting image in a picture frame? Or is it nothing you can hold on to, and everything that flowed through you? When your hands are empty and your heart is full, and you can smile on your very last day, there is nothing you need to measure, and nothing you need to say, and nothing to take with you but what you have given away. It's never the riches and all it brings, accumulating things. In the final hour curtain call, did you sing the song you came to sing? It's the thoughts and the words and the actions you choose. It's paying it forward, I'm speaking your truth. It's a call to love a little deeper. Kiss just a little bit sweeter when your hands are empty and your heart is full. And you can smile on your very last day. There is nothing you need to measure, and nothing you need to say, and nothing to take with you but what you have given away. You're an accumulation of the lives that you touch. You're a celebration of the wind and the dust. You were put here for a reason. Be of service and be a beacon. You're a song, you're a light, you're a sacred holy sight. Take a long slow walk through your darkest night, and love just a little bit deeper, and kiss just a little bit sweeter when your hands are empty and your heart is full. You can smile on your very last day. Well, there is nothing you need to measure, and nothing you need to say, and nothing to take with you but what you have given away. You're here to get love, give love, feel love, see love, be love, believe in love, and love just a little bit deeper, kiss just a little bit sweeter. I said, give it all up, love, give it away, give it all up, give it away, give it all up, love, give it away, give it all up, give it away. You're an accumulation of the lives that you touch. You're a celebration of the wind and the dust. You were put here for a reason. Be of service and be a beacon. And you're a song, you're a light, you're a secret holy sight. Take a long slow walk through your darkest night, and love just a little bit deeper, and kiss just a little bit sweeter when your hands are empty and your heart is full, and you can smile on your very last day. Well, there is nothing you need to measure, and nothing you need to say, nothing to take with you but what you have given away. Thank you all so much. Thank you.
Bob Sima.
And I invite Bob and Shannon into the foyer to greet. And just know that as we go forward this week, we are blessed with their music. So if you hear somebody without a song, give them one of yours.
I love that.